Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here. Today is Sunday, April 14th, and today we'll cover the weekly recap for the Defiance funds. Um, we'll talk about QQQY, JEPY, IWMY, SPY-T, and TRES. But first, there's some news, obviously. I'm sure you guys have heard. Iran has attacked Israel, so, you know, when this something like this happens, typically the market just flips red, and we're seeing that already. We're seeing it in crypto, and we're seeing it in some of the 24-hour traded. If you go to like Robinhood or something, you could see that the market is red. So I think we may be in for a pretty rough week. So we have to keep that in mind as far as not only the Defiance funds, but all of your funds, right? So some may consider it a discount, some may just consider it, a headache because obviously, you know, it all depends on how you're investing and what you're investing in. But either way, figured I'd mention that. So don't expect too much profit next week on any of these funds or the others. But who knows? You never know. We'll see what develops. It's still pretty early. So here is the Spark line. This is the 1 year Spark line for all of these funds. So far, this does not consider distributions. So keep that in mind as well. This is just the price, which is as expected. Bumpy for some, not as much for TRES. I know they get a lot of hate, but they kind of earn it. And then you see like the 52-week high and the 52-week low. Obviously, they're always going to probably be near the 52-week low, because how the funds work. And how the funds work, real quick, is what they do is they sell, well, the top three at least, they sell puts on a daily basis and they earn premium. If the stock goes up above, or at the strike price of the put, then they keep essentially that full premium, and the gains within that the underlying has, that which is the premium essentially. But if the underlying goes way up, way above that, then obviously there's capped gains, which is really the downfall of these, right? But the good thing is, like, now, right, if the market tanks, it doesn't tank. These don't tank as much as the index. So QQQI, for Monday, right, they'll sell a put and they'll make premium. They're going to go down with the index the same percentage, right? Typically, because they're following the index. So, but they'll get a premium. So that premium will push them up a little bit. Same thing with JEPI, same thing with IWMY. So hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, now to the bad news. Let's see how they've been doing. Not that great. Not great at all. So as of last month, they paid out 79 cents. So we restarted the clock for QQQY. They made 6 cents that first day, and then they lost, a whole bunch of money. They've been in a negative for quite some time. Actually, as of April 11th, they were up. They were up 5 cents, but then Friday was just so bad that they're down now, month to date, by 17 cents. So again, not the result we want. And next week is going to be no better. I'm not expecting this to recover. Based on what you see in the news, it is what it is. So we could have a whole month of, we could end the month with losses. So that could, obviously happen. All right. Also, there's a possibility that Defiance, the fund managers, play it differently, right? We'll see. Like Monday, for example, they may sell a put, not as far in the money, right? So, which would provide a little more protection. But either way, month to date, QQQY is down 17 cents. If we take the total return, which I added this to the right, they have earned you, again, from inception, $1.65 per share. And this is assuming you're taking the distributions as cash. So they're still up, total return 8.9% from day one. Okay? These funds really, they're getting a lot of hate lately, and I don't think it's deserved. People just aren't, they're just looking at it one way. They're just looking at the stock price. Okay? You can't, you can't do that with these. You just can't. So if you're going to do that, that's fine. Just sell and get out and move on with your life. But before you do that, think about why you got in. What was the purpose of you getting into this fund? This fund is really this is the income fund to me. And it's a very active fund, daily trades. I love it. I think it's a really good fund. However, it could be really rough. Like we're going through a rough patch right now. It's been, we've had a lot of red days lately. And when you do, of course, this fund's going to look bad, but the market also looks bad. And on the flip side, when you have some really big green days, you jump up a big amount in one day, we're not going to be able to take advantage of that on these funds because they are capped, right? They're selling puts. They can take, they're going to get that full premium if it goes up. But if it flies past whatever that strike is, then, that those gains are really, it's unfortunate, but they won't get those gains. All right, let's look at JEPY. On X date, they paid 55 cents on the last, the last payment. So they earned 2 cents that day. Okay, they were fine in the green, and then they went negative, which sucks. They went all the way down to negative 24 cents, and then they were catching up. They did not turn positive, but they got to negative 4 cents on April 11th, and then on Friday they lost 21 cents. So they are down to a loss of 25 cents per share for JEPY. Total return-wise, from inception, again, this is not including dividend reinvestment. This is taking the dividends as cash or distributions. They're up $1.51 per share, or a total return of 7.55%. So JEPI QQQY total return-wise is actually beating JEPI. I always say JEPI is the safer performer, but in this example, it's actually losing. Let's take a look at IWMY. I always call this the problem child because it can do really good and it also can do really bad. All right, so last payment, they paid $1.07, but they started off the month with a negative 14 cents, so not that great. And let's just see, they got all the way down to negative 39 cents, and then they kind of caught up a little, got to 15, even got to negative 5 cents. But then on April 10th, they lost 34 cents. Damn. And then went down to 39 cents again. On April 11th, they gained 15 cents. So they took it to 24 cents. Oh my God. And Friday, wow, they lost 29 cents. So now they're at negative 53 cents. Ouch. Man, IWMY, see? It can do really good, but it can do really bad. So they're down 53 cents per share this month. In total, from inception, they have earned $1.79, in total return per share, which comes to 8.87% in total return per share. And again, this is just taking the distributions as cash, all right? Not with DRIP. Obviously, with DRIP, this number would be much higher. So, always keep total return in mind. Don't just look at the share price with these funds, or else you're not using them right. So if you want to use them right, use total return, all right? If you don't need income now, then don't use these, right? Simple as that. All right, so what do we got here? We got, who is this? Tress. Tress is, I don't know. Tress is Tress. What can we say? You just got trust. That's going to be a saying soon. Anyway, they made 17 cents the last distribution, and then they lost 12 cents that same day. And then they went down to negative 15 cents. And then they got to negative 8. So they were making some money. And then negative 27 cents on April 9th. Then they got it to negative 4 because they made 23 cents in one day. That's really powerful right there. And then the next day they made 5 cents. So Tress got to a positive 1 cent on April 11th. And then they lost 7 cents on April 12th. So currently, they're actually not doing that bad compared to the others. They're, for the month at least, they're down negative 6 cents. Total return-wise, they're still doing bad. They lost $2.06 per share since inception. This includes distributions, of course. So their total return is negative 10.3%. So if you bought Tress at inception, you're probably a little pissed off. Let's look at SPY T. SPY T paid 34 cents on the last payment. And on that same day, they lost 2 cents, so not a good start. And then as of like April 4th, they were down 33 cents per share. So it didn't really get much better. They got down to negative 14 cents. And then they got down to negative 27 cents. And then they flipped it a little. They got 11 cents earnings, so they got to negative 16 cents. This whole month has been negative for all the funds. It's been rough. But April 12th, again on Friday. Friday was just bad, just tanked. But they're down for the month, negative 45 cents. Total return, they're now in the negative. So total return for SPY T, they're down negative 11 cents. So, and that's a total return of a loss of 0.55%. So it's a rough outing for SPY T. It's a rough outing for Tress, and it's a pretty rough outing for the others. But at least total return wise, you know, granted they have a longer sample size to go by. You know, it's Tress and SPY T are a little newer. So it's a little unfair to compare. Let's see the launch date. So, you know, the newest one is SPY T. It came out March 7th. Tress came out January 24th. IWMY is third newest. They came out October 30th, 23. JEPY came out September 18th and of 23, of course. And then QQQY came out September 13th of 23. So, yeah, it's a rough outing. This is for the Monday recap, which I'll cover tomorrow. But basically, you know, the top three shares, QQQY is number 1, IWMY number 2, JEPY number 3, as far as net asset value. And then SPY T, and then Tress. So Tress is the smallest of the funds. So, yeah, we'll see. QQQY is actually in the $15 range now. So you would consider this a discount, but I would love to say this is the bottom, but who knows, you know, with what's going on in the news, everything's probably going to be red. So hopefully everyone has cash ready to buy. But, you know, we'll see what happens with Iran and Israel and our involvement and all this. When I say our, obviously, I'm talking about, you know, the United States. I know I have Canadians and people from all over. It's pretty cool that do listen to me. But let me know what you guys think. You know, I'm not too, again, I don't watch the news too much. But what do you guys think this, you know, this little war is going to have an impact on the stock market in general, on the U.S. stock market, on the China stock market, on Canadian stock market? Is this like just bad? You know, are we just going to have to weather the storm until this is over? Is this just overreaction from people selling? Why are they selling crypto? What sense does that make? I have no idea, honestly. But yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, that's enough of that. That's the update. Sorry I couldn't give you a better update, but it is what it is. Also, for the Defiance fans, not this Monday, but the following Monday, I hope to have... I'm drawing a blank. Oh, my God. Sylvia Jablonski on for a live Q&A, which means the YouTube, you know, subscribers, commenters, whatever... I may turn on comments for subscribers only. Actually, I probably should to keep it safe. Yeah. So for that, I'll be going live with Sylvia Jablonski from Defiance, and you guys will be asking the questions. I'll be essentially the moderator. If you guys don't have the questions, I'll have to, you know, think of my own questions. But the idea is you guys basically are asking all the questions, and I'll have maybe some follow-up questions based on whatever you ask. It has to be within reason, guys. It has to be respectful. So hopefully you guys can do that. Also, which reminds me, I need to confirm the date with her. I'm just waiting on baseball to, you know, confirm there is no practice or game, you know, but we'll see. Because, again, I might have to move it. This Monday is out, so I have a practice this Monday, so I can't make it for the live. I will try to go live one of the other days. I just don't know when. We'll see. So stay tuned for that. Some of you guys like the live. Some of you don't really care, which is fine. But yeah, so that's the quick update. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, clearly. I'm just a guy making a YouTube video on a phone in a cold garage. So that should tell you enough. If you guys enjoyed this content, please hit the like button. Let me know what you think, though. Are you scared of these funds? Did you sell out of these funds? Are you still buying these funds? Are you scared of the war? What are your thoughts on everything? I'm just curious. Please share it, down below. Anyway, I gotta go. Hope you guys enjoyed this and have a great rest of your day. Later.